Hi everyone, welcome to Josie's Creative Corner. This is our second project for our Craft-a-thon. It's an Alice in Wonderland wall hanging. Of course you can make it as you like, you don't have to follow my step by step. In your kit you will find your wooden base, and then we're just going to add some Mod Podge to the whole thing. With our Alice in Wonderland tissue, we're going to remove the 2 plies. So there's only the thinnest where the picture is, the image. And we're just going to glue it down. Now, I have picked the Alice with the flamingo image. And then I will be picking the bunny rabbit. However, you can put it however you like. You don't have to follow me. To separate the tissue, I've just used some water. Alternatively, you can just cut it with scissors. The Mod Podge that I've used is not actual Mod Podge as such. It is a Mod Mart product. It's called Decoupage. So if you like doing a lot of this kind of projects, it's actually very, very handy. Australian company. So I just grabbed that from the shop, and we used 2 bottles. And during the Craft-a-thon we made 30, so it goes a long way. So as you can see, I'm just still playing around, seeing where I want my images to be. There is a lot of access, and when I'm happy with it, everything is glued down, I give it a top coat again of the Decoupage. Now I use the matte. We do have a glossy as well if you wanted a glossy. I'm just going to do a nice even cover, and then I'm going to clean up my edges. You can clean up the edges with just a scissors. Alternatively, you can use a sanding block. We do have a few crafting sanding blocks around the area. A few companies make them. After we are nice and happy with how it looks, we can start decorating it. I am not too keen that it is sealed properly, so I'm going to give it another coat of decoupage, and then I'll start decorating after that. Again, while you're decorating, everything is in your kit. You just have to look at your Alice in Wonderland kit that's in your bag of goodies, and then you will need to find your Ziploc bag, and it's got all the bits and pieces of the extras that we're going to be using. In the kit you will find the stencil that I have used. That is yours to keep. I have used just plain texture paste on my stencil and then painted it later on. I will actually advise to get the texture paste and color it first, so you can mix it with paints, any paint color you like, and add it to your wall hanging so that you don't have to color later on. During the Craft-a-thon, a few ladies have actually left it white. We've had some browns, some greens. We've actually had quite a few different colors for these branches, and they came out amazing. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to start on my bunny rabbit. So your bunny rabbit will already be black. So I've just given it a touch of color here and there, a little bit of blue, a little bit of silver, a little bit of gold. Completely up to you what color you paint your bunny rabbit. What I have done is I have painted it, removed the color. Painted it, removed the color. It's just one of those techniques where it makes it look a little bit old. So this step is just an extra step I'm adding just on the videos. I have skipped this step during the Craft-a-thon. So all I've done here is I've got some aging paint, which is like a dark brown, and all I have done is place it in spot and remove it, and it just makes it look a little bit older. Around the edges I've actually gone ahead and inked with a white gesso, and of course I have painted my tree branch in it's not quite blue, it's not quite green, more like an aqua color. As I said at the start, you can skip this step. We didn't actually do it during the Craft-a-thon, but you can do it if you like layers. So I am a big one for layers, and I love my shades and everything else. So this is it, and I think it came out pretty good. Moving on to decorating, I'm going to place a nice even amount of glue with the brush, just even it out. You can use a glue spreader or anything else you have around the house. On top of this glue, I'm gonna go ahead and add my grass, my fake grass. I have two colors of fake grass, light and dark. Mine I try and mix before I put it in there, and then I just glue it straight on that panel, and it will actually stay. So that's why I keep picking it up, making sure nothing falls. I was about to glue my my bunny rabbit to my wall hanging, and I looked at it and I thought it really doesn't quite pop. Those colors are not popping yet. So what I've decided is to do another layer of colors. Nothing major, just a little bit of dry brushing with whatever colors I choose. In this case, I've got some silver and some blue, gold, and purple. And these are the metallic colors from Mod. It took me a while to decide that I was happy with this bunny rabbit, but once I am, I'll just pop him aside, and I'm just going to bring in my metal ephemera that I'm going to pop in there as well. And what I'm going to do with those is they're a little bit too goldy for me, so I'm going to just give them a color with the gold paint that I have, and that actually brings the shine down and it matches it a little bit more with the wall hanging that we're making. So I think at this stage I have everything ready to be able to go on with my decorating. So I'm going to glue my bunny rabbit down. Now I'm just gluing using the Couture Creation glue, all-purpose glue, and that actually holds that bunny rabbit quite well. In fact, I have glued it a little bit too low, so I'm going to later on, you probably won't see it on the video, remove it from there and place it higher. So I'm going to spend the next couple of hours doing my fussy cutting. The good thing is yours is already done in a Ziploc bag in your kit. So I'm going to go ahead and skip you watching me doing the fussy cutting. I'm going to color in my roses and my leaves. Again, yours are already cut, so you don't have to worry about that. All you need to do is color and shape them. I have done a lot of coloring and shaping of flowers in my previous videos, so if you're interested in how I do it, jump on them or send me a message and I will link you to some of those videos. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it all off screen and I'll come back once they're all shaped. So I've gone ahead and placed where I think things are going to be glued down, but of course we're going to have to take them all off and do them again. So like I was saying, my bunny rabbit was too low for me, so I had to pull him out and glue him back down. And he was well glued. In fact, he actually pulled the backing to it. You're not going to see it. Once I start putting my layers on there, all that is going to be well hidden. Now I was gluing everything down with my glue, which it will hold. However, it wasn't fast enough for me because I like things done quickly. So I've got my hot glue gun out and started using that. As you can see, it's a very quick job, especially on fast forward. It is completely up to you again how you decorate your Alice in Wonderland. There are a lot of elements in those Ziploc bags that you can use. For every element I have used, normally there is 2. Not always, but normally. Now I'm not a big talker on videos, so do send me messages if you are enjoying the video, what you think, if it is your kind of craft that you would do, if you're interested in doing it, any information at all, any ideas, anything that you think I wouldn't have done it, please let me know. As you notice, every now and again I pick up that wall ornament and I hold it. That's to make sure everything is glued down, because I have a tendency of popping things where I think will look nice but I forget to glue. So picking it up and giving it a shake means I have glued it down. If it falls off, I had forgotten to glue it. I'm not sure if you can see all the different elements that I'm putting on this wall hanging. There is paper flowers as well as knitted flowers and like a beaded flower in there as well. The mushrooms, there's tiny little butterflies, there's ladybugs. There is so much. Our child will love it and will love to spend time looking at all the little elements. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place this tiny little butterfly on here. You can see how small it is. And that is it. We are done. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. If you would like to make an ornament like this, please contact us. We can arrange something. So this was our second project for the Craft-a-thon. So keep watching and we will upload our third project for the Craft-a-thon very soon. Bye for now.